Welcome back, my fellow agents. It is I, your super spooky agent of awesome X7, the host of Zenorama, the podcast of heroes and monsters. Today, though I hadn't really intended on starting so soon, but when push comes to shove, you got to do what the content you've got ready, and I do have this ready. So we are going to be talking about 100 Monsters, which was the first of the semi loosely connected trilogy of yokai stories. Yokai being Japanese ghosts, more or less. These are all very traditional monsters. The movies were all produced by Daiei, the same company that made Gamera and Daimajin, and they're pretty good. Well, the two of them are. We'll discuss the final one that I didn't care for much, but this one is the first one. It was. I don't even really have a next episode, a preview. So before we get too much further into it, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about these ghost movies. Have you seen them? The DVDs were released about 22 years ago, and they were. I don't know how popular they were. Even it doesn't really give us what they cost or in Wikipedia. They were this one was released March 20th, 1968, and runs 80 minutes. But let me know, and if you could, just watch till the end. It shouldn't be a very long episode. I say that unless I meander off topic, which does happen, as we well know. Having said all that, let's roll. All right, this is from the 2003. What is this? It says Rubber Suit, but it was ADV Films, and it was under their Rubber Suit imprint. I think they did some other stuff as well. I do not remember anymore. It has been 22 years. I don't remember buying this actually, but I like this one quite a bit, and I like the second one. The third one I don't care for much at all, and will not be reviewing it because I just didn't like it. So we start out right away with this wandering soul here in Japan. Doesn't really tell you where it is, but he runs right into a giant furry cyclopean beast. It is subtitled in English, and I think it's pretty well done. And yes, the I can't Suki Kurobi, maybe. And they are at the 100-story social gathering, which they are to appease the local yokai so that they won't pester them because, like the Fae in Ireland, gnomes and all of the wee folk, they can be capricious, they can be grateful, and they can be malicious. So it's best to just keep them happy. But and then we get the credits there. There's our director, specialized cinematographer. So all of them, they're all suits and puppetry, and even some traditional animation. So they're just busy town. Everyone's working, having fun. They're playing rock paper scissors. The kids are now. There's the the Karakasa, who is the umbrella monster that you saw at the beginning. There's umbrellas. The kids are playing rock paper scissors, but they should have realized they should be playing rock paper scissors lizard Spock. That's what. So this is the local priest, and now this guy wants to tear down the shrine. Not this one, but Tajimaya, and build a brothel. So, and the tenement house where the people live, the workers. So it's a rich landowner who just wants more money because he can have it. But this is the shrine that would happen there, and I do like the use of making it more some colloquial speech. they're drinking sake, have no deities, and they're obscure, which is just the wrongest thing. So that's the kid. Shinkichi is the kid. Oh, we don't have any. Let's see. Let me get over to IMDb and see if we can find out who some of these people are. But he's got, I don't know who he's played by Ruki Shinichi. I don't know how old he was then. And, he looks older than the character he's playing. So he's the child of the landowner, the rich landowner, Tajimaya Gun. So he owes him money. Then they kill him. Now, this gentleman shows up out of nowhere. That might be Yasutaro. I didn't write their names down. He is a samurai of some kind, or, well, we'll find out. So, Lord Uzen of Hata. And there are our first look at paintings of the yokai. Or, so supernatural entities. So they do have mystical powers. Karakasa, the umbrella monster, is the one that's focused in here. The River. And they just give this here. So, and their story, the last story, these two fishermen, I don't know if they're samurai or just workers, but an old priest says this is a lake of death. Don't take anything. He tries to tell him, and they fish out a carp, which I suppose I've never eaten carp. It's supposed to be a delicacy, but my stepfather, who was the fisherman, didn't like them because they were bony. So, and then they keep hearing this voice say, "Leave it," and they should have. More sake. And then this is the long-necked Rokuro Kubi. So she's very famous. You've seen she's been in this yokai has been in many Japanese TV shows from the 70s as well. I don't know why I left this in there. But then she goes out looking for the two men, and they were struck by lightning. They never made it home. Dun dun dun. So there we go. But of course, these folks are the greedy landlords and etc. New lord. They're just too advanced to believe in that. Weak-minded dregs. So personal curse, and he's passing out money. The umbrella there he is, the umbrella monster. So he looks much older than the character he's acting. Yes. So he thinks that paying them off will eliminate the ghosts from bothering them. Now we can all see where this is going. But this guy they figured out is not traditional and is somebody else that they don't know. They don't know him. Shinkichi tries to trick him, but they keep hearing "leave it." It comes to life. Fireballs are also a yokai. I don't have a list of yokai. I probably should have written that down, maybe for 100 monsters or spook warfare. So he tries to get his daughter the young lady, to go into the brothel, which is just that's Okiku, played by Miwa Takada. And there's Shinkichi, who is just drawing Karakasa, who then comes to life through traditional animation. There he is as a puppet. He's kind of frail, but yeah. He's all excited that the monster showed up, which would be Obake. If you remember from Varan, the Unbelievable, that's what they called him in the English dub. So they threaten him, and this guy knows what he's doing and doesn't hurt him. Yeah, Yasutaro, that's Jun Fujimaki, really gave them trouble because he knows how to fight. The money, so he gives him the 30 row, and then they kill him. Yeah, and try to throw it in the water. But guess what? She's trying to appease him, and that just never works. You'd think they'd learn. Don't appease these thugs. Never do it. And they're going to take things out. And more fighting, and the crowd tries to raise up, but then Yasutaro shows up, and he just takes her. He's like, "Come on, we're going." And they can't. They can barely tear the shrine down. Which, geez. But the yokai have had enough. The skies turn gray. Something's wrong with the air today. And the face. Now, this is a faceless yokai. Once again, which would be creepy enough. And the umbrellas are all torn up. And Shinkichi says the monster, it said it likes me. So it can talk, you just don't do it. It talks in the next movie. No, yeah, like that. I mean, this is very effective. I mean, it's a simple mask, but it works really well. And now we're shouldn't have said that. And then she's gigantic. And they end up killing each other, falling on each other's swords. And now the door is open. Yasutaro there listens in, and there's more monsters. Then bunches of them show up. A lot of them don't do too much. I mean, the story is mostly about them avenging. It's character driven, human character driven, but they're in it a lot, and they're not particular. They're malicious, but because these bad guys deserved it. And the Lord goes crazy and kills his. Yeah. There is his real name from the High Magistrate. Kills himself, commits seppuku, otherwise known as harakiri. But seppuku is the official title, you know. And then the ghosts go. They're going off. They've got these gigantic jugs of sake. They're happy. Off they go. Yasutaro shows up again, and they wonder why everyone's dead, and they know. But that's it. Short movie, good movie. I really enjoyed it. These were unknown to even hardcore Japanese fans. Some people have said I might be one of those, but until I want to say the mid '90s, even I don't remember. I must have seen this. I got a copy of Spook Warfare. Damon Foster had reviewed that in Oriental Cinema, and that went around the traders' rounds. Third or fourth generation, but the DVDs are lovely. I'm surprised that no one's put them out on, Arrow or Vinegar Syndrome hasn't got them and put them out on Blu-ray, because I'd probably buy them, even with along with Ghosts on it. But actually, maybe they do have one. I'll have to look into that. And by Spook Warfare, I'll know for sure. Tomorrow is a book review, and seeing Gorgo here means I don't have any idea what I'm going to be doing. Which books? I think it might actually be 3 book reviews. Ones that don't actually have pictures. Because I'd like to talk about Just Stab Me Now and maybe a couple other sword and sorcery sword and sorcery books. So, having said all that, my fellow agents, let's crank up some music. And that is our episode for today. And until our next assignment, I'll be signing off and phasing out, much like the yokai, but not with sake, though sake is delicious, especially if it's warm.
覚悟したんです。
バカなこと言っちゃいけねえ。それじゃこちらの思い通りじゃねえか。
こうなりゃこっちだって腹をくくってやる。潰せるもんなら潰してみな。
死んけや。
妖怪のたたりたけたことを。
確かにこの目で。
ぞっと身の毛がそうけ立ちました。そこにはよほど苦しんで死んだと見えまして、歯を食いしばり土毛色になった男の首。